Hello everybody, I'm Hrotriks and welcome. Have you realized that as we become adults, we become more and more stilted in our imaginations and ability to just try new things? How we become so convinced about this sort of prevailing sentiment that only specialists can do X creative or Y creative stuff? That unless we spend years and years in college or university studying such a thing, only then we are allowed to try it, no? We should ignore such thoughts and just try to make things as we did when we were children. You know, I used to hate the phrase that children are more imaginative than adults, right? But the more I think about it, it is kind of true. Because adults, we have allowed the world or society or whatever to dictate a lot of our behavior. Now granted, some behavior needs to be stamped out. No one likes the temper-tantrum little kid, or the selfish greedy people, etc. I hope you understand what I'm saying. The behavior I'm talking about is the one pertaining in creation. We should free ourselves of such chains. So what if you want to try to use Legos? So what if you want to make RC cars? So what if you want to make a city in Minecraft? For my part, well, let's begin with a story. When I was a little scholar, during Christmas where I was spawned, Mom and I would mount up a nativity scene along that Christmas tree. If you don't know what a nativity scene is, it's just a representation of when baby Jesus was born, and you have a barn with little figurines representing Joseph, Mary, animals, shepherds, and the Magi. The magic wizards, I don't know how to say it in English, Reyes Magos in Spanish, that were present for Jesus' birth. And I would spend a lot of time mounting it up using rock paper, lights, moss, and so on, and it was so enjoyable. Also, this reminds me when I used to play with G.I. Joe figures and how I would spend hours and hours mounting up the scene before starting to play with the toys, setting up bases, picking up the weaponry, and so on and so forth. All this is to say that I've been watching a lot of wargaming or tabletop game YouTubers, and I see how all these people make terrain or miniatures, and I got the bug of going back to those days where I made things, or spent hours setting up gameplay sessions. Something I used to think that only specialists could do nowadays. Screw that! I want to make that stuff too. I tie myself to false notions, right? So, let's rid ourselves of these imaginary shackles that only sour our days and existence. And if someone thinks it is childish, why spend your time with such a grey, sad, boring excuse of a human being? Anyway, we will deepen on a later date of all this about minis and wargaming and terrain. Free yourself. Thanks for your time, and bye bye.